начинаем наше путешествие по биораториуму. Ваш добрый волшебник Владимир Кай, русский биохакер, живущий в Бельгии. Here is my stuff. Just, total chaotic. Whole box of things, small things that no one knows why do I need them. And then we have very nice piece of Japanese engineering. This one is a Nikon. What was bought actually non-functional. I need to replace all electronics there with adapter and LED lamp instead of halogen lamp. And now it's working just like a new one. Perfect machine. Enormously good one, in fact. It has its own camera, but we don't use it. We use another one camera also found on the second-hand market. There is plenty of stuff on eBay, in fact, that biohackers can just take advantage. All you need just to repair it. And by repair I mean not really repair as the managers, the engineers do, but creative repair. Like you just throw away electronics and put some new stuff inside. Well, here we have our Sartorius, which is also was totally non-functional and found basically in the trash. Works like new, just needs a little bit of cleaning. That's how we get all our orders of dangerous goods from another companies, mostly from Germany. We have good cover there in Germany. Yeah, here is my lab journal, as you can see. That's my favorite character of Greek mythology, the Pan. Magical one, I love him. He is the god of everything, mostly of animal world, the god of biologists. And then we have my favorite PCR machine. I recommend to all biohackers, do not go for self-made. Buy used one from Biorat and just fix it. It's not that difficult. The stuff inside is not that special at all, but the machine itself is very robust, working like a wild animal. Absolutely good one. That's what you need to do. Don't go in anything else. Fine, it's like €200 on the eBay. You can get it, even if it's not working. Usually it's very easy to repair. It's all about electronics and pelty elements. Yes, that's wizard. I'm kind of wizard that I'm using a lot, that kind of system, during the genetic engineering experiments. And here we have our very, very, very nice old machine that actually, wow, it's difficult to say what it is. It's very funny, like a very nice one machine with the 10 megapixel camera, also very old one. Nowadays smartphones have better cameras than this one, but it's still working really well. And it has a special software with it, of course, that makes the difference. Here is a computer connected, so you can see what is camera seeing there. Okay, I can change magnification. And it also allows to work with GFP. As here there is a filters. There's a GFP2, GFP3. Here are some different filters. Nope. Yeah, and because of GFP plant there, you can see that it's shining. It's there. It's GFP plants, the real GFP plant sits, so you can see it's shining very, very nicely. Yeah, it's called Progress. Very old Progress. Nothing special. Here is also a machine. I got it from Hungary, from a friend. That allows you to see GFP with a real plant. So the light goes from that light in the middle, which is blue light, and then those filters, yellow filters, they cut off all the blue light, and only green light that comes from green fluorescent protein you can see. That's very, very useful thing. Really very easy to use and very powerful, very simple. So we are working on it like that. Here's my special glasses that helps to train the vision. It's called Lights of Life. Yeah. So well, what else do we have here? That's a label maker, my favorite one. And then the major, most important machine of Biohacking. That is actually plants created with the help of that machine. This one is a station for manipulation of everything. It's an inverted microscope with also UV possibilities that allows everything. It was bought in Eastern Germany for the price of basically scrap metal, and I just restored it to the full glory of original. I need to change some electronics in it, and then find some missing pieces here. Well, so it's the most difficult part was to deliver it to the oratorium, not to get it. So with that machine, it's equipped with micro manipulator and micro injector. So it's possible to do as a classical genetic engineering with injection, exchanging the nucleus or mitochondria between cells with species, as well as injecting DNA directly into the nucleus. So basically I can make even genetically modified people here, or at least, and also I can do embryonic engineering, like exchanging pieces of embryons of different species with each other and creating very strange chimeras. In fact, I would love to make a human and goat chimera, just as a sign of appreciation of my favorite goat, the pan. Yeah. Although it's also possible to make human chicken, even human crocodile. Why not? Everything is possible with that machine. Machine is really like a dream. It's a dream machine of every biohacker. Here you can make Eclipse here, the last one. Look at this. Oh, you put things here and operate it. The only problem that, yes, the environment is not that specially sterile, so I need to put a hood on it with sterile air, plastic hood with sterile air, so then it's possible. Directly it's quite difficult. Need to use a lot of antibiotics after. Well, that's how it goes, and then you have perfect machine. There's even UV light there. And here is a micro manipulator, the old one, and then a lot of other pieces like a femtojet for the injections, and we also have a manual one injector. It can be operated also manually, like this one. It's a manual injector. Well, that's it, and it's a mechanical micro manipulator. Well, perfect. That is my dream. That is my favorite machine here. Yes. Here's some other pieces, and this is the lamp. That's a quite expensive. That's really, that lamp costs more than the whole machine. That's a problem. I need to replace it with LED lamp. Now it's possible. It's not that big deal. Well, and here is my also nice machine, which is used. It's basically, it's a kind of a strange fixed spectrophotometer. So it's from GMP environment, from the failed company, very old one, but still working like, oh, very good one, really. Gen 1 Pro, yeah. So it's not universal, not scientific, but it's more like for development and research and quality control. So it records everything what you do with it. Yeah, just in case of a bad lot of production. So now that we have here, we have general absorbance, DNA, RNA, oligo, protein, protein. So I never used it really. I just check all 4 of them. There is only 4. 6 length available, all the fixed, yeah. And finally we come to the target hour of today's presentation, of today's event, is the Frankenstein kit. It's my lovely invention. What it is? Frankenstein kit is about genetic modifications of humans, self-modifications of course, because if you modify someone else, it's kind of a crime according to modern standards in legal sphere. So Frankenstein kit is about do-it-yourself, experiment with DNA. It has a ready-to-go DNA set with several things, but well, it's customizable. I can make anything, whatever possible there. That was the first time I was making it like this. And then we have also piece, the DIY set for extra 4 preps that you can use any biological samples you like. Wow, so what we have here, so we have the set of existing things, and if you see the numbers are extra, yeah, there is on the 10, 11. The 11 is the tobacco DNA. 9 is the spider from Japan. I already used it. 10 is St. Lawrence's DNA, and 11 is from the bones here, from the old bones. And 11 is a new one, the last one. It's about tobacco DNA, tobacco genome. So well, you can see that there's nothing really special here. It's just all the materials you need. You need a sample buffer, elution buffer, and wash buffer. And this is such a simple setup here, just to use a column for purification of DNA. You don't need centrifuge even, just push it down here, just following some procedure. And there is that white substance there. There is that white substance that will bind the DNA and then release it in the elution buffer. So first you dilute. First you use a sample buffer where you dilute your sample, not really dilute, dissolve your sample completely. It's a very aggressive liquid, dissolves it completely, everything. Then you apply it to the column, DNA binds to that filter, and then you wash it the same way several times, and then elute into the small tube like this. Put a label and place it here. Oh, then you have it. And I also have here that special electroporation device, yeah, self-made also. It gives 1000 volt pulse, but yeah, I don't use it anymore. It's not really nice, not really pleasant thing to do. And instead of electroporation device, well, it's still possible. Yeah, it's working absolutely fine. I use lipofectamines. It's a chemicals that when you mix it with DNA, they produce some kind of nanoparticles, and those nanoparticles can get very easily inside the human cells after injection. There is the recuperation itself is not really a special factor in it. It can be done with chemicals. Okay, and then we have syringes for injection. So here is a presentation of our lab. And the actual injection I will do, I don't know where, maybe here. Or maybe we can find a better place. You know, there was a TransGenesis event in Brussels. There we actually did it, but then we need to repeat it again to make it better. Recently, Chinese also did something strange with human DNA, with genetically transformed humans. We didn't expect it. We were planning it for like 3 months before. But somehow he came out just in the same moment as we did our TransGenesis event with tobacco DNA. Tobacco is sacral plant. It makes a lot to human. It's about peace, just like my name. My name Vladimir is about Vlad. It's about holding, and Mir is the peace, and also a land. Yeah, someone who holds the world and who keeps peace in the world. Peacekeeper. And the owner, emperor of the world. That's my name. I like my name. That really makes sense. I always wanted to be like this. Okay, or maybe St. Laurentius trying to convince me. That was really funny story. You should look at the YouTube as well as the Frankenstein kit. First, our transmission on Biohacking. And by the way, the Biohacking transmissions happens on 9.4 MHz in a shortwave diapason with 31 meter, and they're going in nature, you can guess, with DNA. Basically, it's not a Morse code, but it's a DNA code. There is 4 signals, ATGC, that comes in the very low frequency as a mix to the normal signal. If you filter them out and then put them into the sequence, then you can translate it into the human text. 9A means translation frame. And in that translation frame, you can easily hack the code. It's not really, we don't use very complex cryptography. The code is direct. There is 64 characters and 64 triplets, codons. And there we translate a lot of things that just only available for our members of society. But you can become a member. If you crack the code, you can become also. Just find it. And then at the end of every transmission, we have phone number and code. You send your question to that phone number with that code, and then you will get a reply with another phone number, and with that phone number and a code as well. And with that phone number, if you put the right code inside, you can reach us directly and talk with someone in the Biohacking. Not necessarily me. I think the voice will be changed. It could be different voice. Don't expect my voice back.
Okay, what's going to happen now? Now you're going to see all the full glory of biohacker capacities, with all those shamanic things on me to protect me from something to care, anything that goes. You never know what's going to happen with all the DNA injections. So I'm always surprised. And tobacco is sacral plant, so it's going to be not that simple. It's already working on me, and I feel good. Now I'm going plant tobacco. You're going to see it in real. I'm going to modify myself with tobacco DNA and become the first in the world human plant human tobacco hybrid. But it's not called a hybrid, it's called chimera, because only a few thousand cells in my body are going to be modified genetically. I explained before, like in Frankenstein video, how it's going to work, how it's going to happen. The most of the DNA to be destroyed, but some of it will make way to my fibroblasts in the skin and become my genes and influence me as human, as genetical connection. I'm going to become an ambassador of the plants on Earth. Just the same way as now I'm ambassador of spiders. And I'm also did St. Laurentius' DNA. He was an early Christian saint. And I have got a lot of inspiration from him, from to show me the way of life and how it's going to be done after death. So well, we will hear our Frankenstein kid, and I explained before, and I'm going to take prepared DNA from the Eppendorf tube, and this is syringe, the sterile syringe. I'm going to fill it with tobacco DNA. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it to next place the spider was, because St. Lorenzo gave me some rash on the skin, and he's not just like tobacco DNA somehow. He has burnt alive like a witch on a poster and roster. He is on fire. He's official fireman's. That's how it looks like. It's growing. It's genetically modified. I'm used sterile tobacco, very clean one. That's how we make it. This kind of plants. I'm take DNA from this kind of plants, not really wild growing ones. Yeah. Yeah. We are going. Yeah, gone. Yes, that's good. Okay. That's okay. That's here. I'm going to show you. It's for real. I'm not a lisperish. It's for real. Wait. Half. Go. 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 Yes. Aha. The vector DNA genome make the way to my body, and in few hours it will transform me into a new type of human, plant-human hybrid. I'm already excited. I see vortexes. By the way, this is the first time in history I already did it with St. Laurentius' DNA. With that DNA of old church relics, the bones of St. Laurentius, yeah. Yeah. The extracted DNA from there, and I don't know myself, it was Germany in a high-tech forensic lab, and they restored the DNA, and so they do the degraded samples, even Neanderthals and mammoths. They did first template, and I amplified it, and I injected it with my body to become a carrier of St. Laurentius' DNA. It's the first time in the history of humankind a resurrection of the saint in the human body, and I provided my body for that. Of course, it's not the human, but I feel connection. Okay. I have a dark channel to the heaven. Well, that's it. Yes, I promise to my friends. I've say hello to my colleagues, biohackers. First of all, because of course David Ishi, who is busy with his genomic modifications of Dalmatian dogs. He wants to fix some genetic problems with it, and it's a great ambition. He's from Massachusetts, yes, I guess. And then, of course, each designer who is producing the self-made, well-made, his CRISPR-Cas kits. It has made super crazy presentations on YouTube. Just like he's... some people say he's on the drugs, but I do not think so. Just Asperger's syndrome. And also Sebastian Koshoba, New York, who was making it impossible. I would say here in Europe you'll dream about it. That's what he did legally. That is, he made a legal private lab in his apartment. And he's registered it in his living apartment in multi-stairs building of the center of New York. And no one of his neighbors complain about it. That's what will make America great again. That kind of freedom that we do not enjoy here in Europe because of all that regulations and bureaucracy from European Commission. And I'm really jealous of all that opportunities Americans have in biohacking. And another one person whom I would like to say hello is Brian Henley, who is enjoy to talk. He is always raising questions about the biosafety of what I am doing, because it's not that exactly what showing how I make those injections safe. Haha. Good question. So the sad reality of the dark side of it. I'm producing not on one sample, I'm making 10 samples. And on different days with different starting materials and so on. And I'm sending all those samples to my friend who works in toxicology lab. The proper lab with all the licensing. He's always doing those experiments. He checked drugs on safety problems. And he has a lot of opportunities to do some extra animals, to check my samples on those control group animals, or just unfit for normal work, too old for experiments. And that's the answer. How do I survive these self-experiments? Aaron Trevick was not that smart to understand it. Okay, he's not enough. But dark side of the genetic modification with injection of DIY DNA. So I rely on his professional opinion. He is doing very simple basic evaluation of my samples and place crosses on them. 1 cross is okay, 3 crosses is not okay, and 2 crosses is doubt. So the maximum ever I had 3 crosses. I mean 3 normally okay out of 10. Usually it's to 1 or no 1, so I may do it again. On average it's 1 of 10. So I do not recommend you to follow me literally. There is something behind of it, and it's always about safety. How to test those things before you try to inject something into your body. It's always about the same. It's also about in homemade DIY insulin from Open Insulin Project, for example. That's a common problem, I just have no way to install that quality control system called GMP. I just don't do it statistic way. So 10 samples, 1 is going to be good for injection into human. Okay, thanks you very much for your attention, and see you again for the next edition of our Biohacking transmission. This one, the TransGenesis from Brussels with love.